So here is this another comment that I really want, that is very interesting, and I really wanted to answer this one. This all works, but not when the person on the other side is super inconsiderate. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is because, like, that is a cause of suffering. For me, it used to be, and that is a cause of suffering for a lot of people I know. And when we talk about this particular part, let's talk about this thing, that how do you deal with someone who's super inconsiderate, super hard to deal with, super difficult to be around? These are the few terms that we use for people in a decent way. But yeah, how do you deal with such people? Now, again, first thing first, why do you want to deal with them? I'm not talking about dealing in particular sense of transactions. I'm talking about dealing in terms of, when we say we want to deal with them, there is a certain desire and an expectation that why do we want to deal with them? Why do we want them to change? Why do we want them to change their behavior towards us? This particular expectation or the particular desire to change someone, especially when it's for your own good, it's the one of those big desires that people have. And that is one thing where people suffer a lot. Everyone is formed by their conditioning towards whatever society taught them. It's all of those coming in play. That's what the other person is. It's not like they were born that way. You are taught different things, they are taught different things, and that's where the suffering starts. And that's where we are gonna go dive more deep into it. So yeah, first thing is to know this particular thing, that it's not them who are hurting you, it's your expectations and your desire to change them that is hurting you. So, like, everything comes back to Buddha, that desire is suffering. So, yeah, over here, desire is actually suffering. Number two, to react is to suffer. Now, the point is that every time we are hurt, we usually respond in two ways. Number one, we try to go and hurt them back. If someone triggers us, our voices raise. And this is a human reaction where our voices raise. And the voice is being raised at this moment. Like, if you notice, why is it happening inside you? Why is your voice raising in an argument? Because you are hurt and your body is trying to figure out a way to hurt back. And that particular thing, like, if that's not the first way you go for, then the second way comes in with this particular thing, that you try not hurting them because your courage didn't allow you to, but you start rehearsing a lot of things in your mind, and then this anxiety cycle start in your mind, that okay, I need to do this, I want to do this, how do I do this? Keep rehearsing different scenarios where he said this and I said that, and all those things go in. So even the desire to react causes this particular cycle of suffering and anxiety, which generally doesn't end. And we'll come to some practical examples of it. But yeah, that's how it works mostly. One of the things which I'm really grateful for is knowing that clarity brings you freedom. That knowing something deeply, knowing the truth behind things, that kind of deep clarity actually gives you freedom. So, whenever you come across a difficult person, you should be grateful, because that difficult person is not just a person, it's more of a mirror. It's the mirror that you are still holding on to these traumas. It's the mirror that you are still holding on to the conditionings of society. There are still mind and ego over there which can get hurt. There are still parts of you which are still wounded. And those difficult people, those people that you don't feel like dealing, they just are triggering those parts. And they are showing you mirror. If you see it from clarity, it's the mirror. It's actually knowing things that can hurt you. Like a person, one of the things that I like saying, that if you really want to hurt me, you have to try physically, because your words are just noises, and a noise cannot hurt someone unless there is a mind and ego inside me which is there to protect itself, or which is trying to protect itself. Like those people who are who really can't take a joke. Those kind of people are the ones who are really attached to their things like respect and other things, all these terms that are self-respect and all those things, where you have hurt my ego and everything. It's those people that are being hurt the most. And that kind of clarity also gives you a chance to work on those things. So yeah, clarity gives you that kind of freedom, and you can, like, I'm not saying physically walk away, but yeah, you can walk away from a lot of situations once you have a clarity that this is the reason that you got hurt. It's never about what other person said. It's mostly about how you received it through the lens of your ego. And once you understand that, it gives you a kind of freedom. The world will remain the world. Liberation lies inside you. One of the things that this liberation and freedom lies inside you, once you realize that nothing externally hurts you or affect you that much. It's like you seeing the drama on some television, and if it's there, like there is a drama and that there is an emotional scene, you might cry, but also that you are actually not part of that drama. You are just feeling things through that. And once you get this kind of liberation, like the world will remain the world. Like people will never be the same that you want them to be. All your desires will not be fulfilled. It's a fact. And knowing that fact itself liberates you, that there are things that are coming inside you, and if it's something that inspires you, you move towards it. And in return, you either see success, what people world calls success or achievement, or you see a failure, and that's again a word that world has decided that this is a failure if you have not done this part. And it's neither. It's something that when you were moved towards something, you move. And sometimes hard people are voices of universe. If you believe in all those kind of stuff, that those are voices of universe pushing you in a nice tone towards something which you are not going towards. And once you know that fact, you feel liberated, that it's never about them doing something. It's mostly things that are happening inside you, and it's your expectation or your desire to change them. And then let's look into a practical example of the same. Let's say you have a boss who's very difficult to deal with, who's making you suffer in terms of things and all, and you are not able to deal with it. Let's say in practical sense, that boss is the reason why you are not able to grow in your career. How would you deal with that? So the correct answer to this is that you will, the way you are gonna act. If you're supposed to do something, you are gonna do that. It's seeing truth like this, or seeing, having a clarity on things, will only change how you are reacting, not how you are acting. So when you see truth as it is, or see clarity that, okay, I don't want my emotions to be involved at this situation. I have like these three options. Which one ideally I should go towards? And you just go ahead and choose that option. That if the option is to stay in that job and keep trying hard, then you go with that option regardless of anything. And if the option is B, is that I think at this point for me to change the job is better, then you go with that. Thus, there nothing will change externally, like it is, the game is to change things internally. Like the game is to suffer less, because your mind, your thoughts are something that are on repetition, and once you start engaging with them, it takes you towards a negative loop, and you just have to avoid those loops. You just have to stop trusting your thoughts completely. Like, I'm not talking about completely in terms of mechanical. Like, if you want to know how to bake a cookie or go to Mars, you have to trust your thoughts in that process. But stop trusting your thoughts when it's taking you in different loops, because that's the way mind loves those kind of misery, and that's the way mind takes you on those negative loops. So yeah, that's how you deal with it. Basically, nothing changes in your action, but once you have a clarity, once you see the truth towards the situation, you just act fast, you act boldly. You won't be in this inner conflict of confusion, but also you will act for what is good for you. A lot of people go in this cycle where their mind takes them towards teaching the other person a lesson. And that's just your mind and ego playing games with you, that I will teach someone a lesson. That's not how you are supposed to do. Like, if you're supposed to, if you delete all, or not delete, remove all feelings and emotions from a situation, and you only have three ways to deal with it, you are gonna deal with out of those three ways any which way. So why bring all this drama and emotions and anger and all those feelings in? That is what your ego is trying to play games with you. And just recognizing that will give you a clarity on which path is right for you. And then maybe someday you might be thanking that person, because due to that, I am what I am today. So yeah, that's the ideal way to see truth in such situations, or see clarity in such situation. And clarity actually gives you a freedom to do whatever you feel like doing, and choosing the options that are available to you. So yeah, I guess this is it. This was the topic of the week, where I wanted to go deep into finding how to deal with difficult people or person. And yeah, I think I did a decent job. And yeah, like and subscribe, that's what these YouTubers say. And leave a comment if you have any other questions, or I'll find another topic for a week to research on. Hope that helps.